Let's see what kind of routes we get at the early game from these folks. There we go.
Sanctuary first versus House first.
Oh, we have a divergence from the get-go. Oh, I like seeing different things from the runners to start with.
Immediate swamp check, by the looks of it.
It's a very high-risk play, I think. The question is, if they find bombs, do they go over to the mini Moldarms?
I find it's typically not worth it unless you also get a weapon, because it's almost impossible to kill 3 Moldarms with 2 more bombs.
Oh, yeah, probably not. The first tree pull is full magic, so if they find a magic, like a fire rod or something early, they will be able to use it, and bombs off the crab. Ooh, that's going to be useful.
Yep.
We'll see if our first inclination for Aghanim is nothing. Oh, there's a medallion. I think it was Quake.
Probably. It looked very empty on the bottom. And we had a bomb upgrade outside of Swamp and a piece of heart inside Swamp. Nothing gained out of Swamp, really.
Yeah, so it seems like Justin's early game routing is going to pay off. Oh, and he kills the crab instead of getting all the bombs.
To be fair, 8 bombs is a pretty healthy place to be in the early game. Although you still don't have a weapon to kill mini Moldarms.
So what do you think of these guys' sprite selections here? Makes it really hard to see Justin over there.
Yeah, Invisible Man's always an interesting one to go. But, whatever you're used... Sometimes it just comes down to whatever you're used to. Everyone likes to go about who's going hard or not, but I think a lot of the time, most of these people probably use these sprites for everything they do in the first place, so...
What's your favorite sprite out of the randomizer?
I'm just on the regular sprite at the moment. Favorite ones in terms of what I have seen, though, I think Samus is probably one of my favorite ones. So it is quick.
I'm very partial to Dark Link. Like, it's got the same exact hitbox and everything as the normal sprite for bomb jumps and such, but it looks different.
Yeah.
So we got a Blind's Hut check here from Justin. With the lantern and the dinner plate.
Some more bomb.
Well, no dark rooms necessary today for either of our runners, assuming Baker goes and checks that quickly.
And an ice rod. So, pendant turtle rock, anyone?
Oh, that's evil. Why would anybody wish pendant turtle rock on anybody?
It's not even a wish, it's just a matter of when you get ice rod this early, how else do you deal with it? However, one nice thing about Ice Rod early, it is a weapon you can use to kill mini Moldarm.
Yeah, I believe it actually does the same amount of damage as the Fire Rod.
Although we got a sword, so now it doesn't matter.
Well, this is not one of those matches, like I saw one earlier that was 50 minutes. 50 minutes for the first sword, this is very different. 3 minutes and we already have a sword and another weapon to go with it.
And on top of that, we got lucky. We got enough money for Bottle Vendor in that last chest, too. He has 10 arrows.
A waste of money, as per usual.
Oh, we threw a chicken through a door.
You mean chickens don't usually go through doors?
That depends on what kind of door they're going through.
We don't yet have a bottle to check the sick kid. Well, and Baker's collecting all of his goodies out of Blind's hut.
I'm still waiting for that seed where they actually lock bottles behind a certain point and then give the bottle kid something good.
I've actually seen that. I've seen it was there was actually a bottle on the pedestal, and all the other bottles were in GT, and sick kid had progression.
Well, I've definitely seen sick kid have progression.
So we have a map check. We have all crystals in the light world, with crystal 5 being up at Tower of Hera. So it looks like your pendant TR is likely.
More likely, yeah. 3 in 7 chance. He checked. I don't think he checked the race before, did he? He's blind racing.
He's going in blind. I like this play.
And it's a flute!
Oh, geez. Yeah, that paid off for sure. Saved probably 30 seconds over going to check it.
Yep. And that's why I've decided in my own races now, early game, I'm typically doing that. Especially if I don't have, like, a huge haul from Kakariko.
See, I typically go south route from house to get the 50-50 bomb check, so I check it and then go through. Gonna turn on his swag duck. So both our racers are going through a very similar route, with Baker just made a slight divergence early on, which is where he lost a little bit of the time going and checking Swamp. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Justin head there right now, since he has the flute to take him directly there.
Indeed he does.
I'm still waiting for the troll.
Baker's going to talk to the front of the bar.
Go visit Cross Product. We have a masquerade party at Helmasaur.
Yep.
The puns. They're so good. Baker's going to go down here and acquire his flute, I'm sure. The question is he going to check it first, or is he just going to go blind? Oh, he's also not looking. Interesting choice by both of the runners.
Yeah. And I would say, without boots, there is a lot of time lost in doing in going to check it as well. So
and on Justin's stream, we have the rarely used ice rod as a weapon.
Yep.
But it's so much faster than using a sword.
We got a bottle. No big bottle locks for Sick Kid.
Here's the question: is he going to go back and check it right now? Like, I'm very tempted to, because it's hard to route in Sick Kid.
Although at the same time, Kakariko Village is somewhere where you'll go 4 times in the race.
Not necessarily. Like, I like this play. Like, usually you go there, but you don't want to go down to the Sick Kid, because you're in Dark World. You're trying to get Dark World access.
Yeah.
If you don't have the mirror, this is out of the way. And there's nothing there, but it's good he doesn't have to worry about forgetting it.
Yeah. And we've got Baker activating his flute now. So Baker's behind by both the mini Moldorm Cave and the Sick Kid check so far.
But this is still definitely anybody's race.
Yeah, we haven't gotten much yet, and everyone's got the same items, so we're only item locations difference right now.
He's going into Hyrule Castle. I like this play as well, because Hyrule Castle is considered a dungeon. Wow.
Interesting decision by Baker here to do do Death Mountain right away.
Oh, that is interesting. The nice thing about this is it opens up the save and quit.
True. We only have one more item that we can get, one more item check after this, but as you said, yeah, it opens up the save and quit. So the save and quit part of this is basically time neutral regardless of when you do it.
Yeah, plus he can check to see if there's something useful. Oh, and he gets a sword upgrade.
Master sword.
Like I was saying, plus he can check the what's on top of Spectacle Rock there as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One item and one item check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Justin got his red boomerang out of the Uncle chest.
Well, I wasn't horribly off, at least. Heck, I could have even been right, depending on the routing.
Yeah, that very well could have been the first. That's the first chest for a lot of people. Well, second. So what do you think? Do you think this early Master Sword and Light Source is screaming Aga 1?
Well, it's definitely possible. I'm not sure about screaming at this point. There's definitely a lot of Light World to go. Baker going straight to Ice Rod. Oh no, he's just flying here to go to the mini Moldorm.
I also wouldn't be surprised. Oh, he does have the Moon Pearl. Like, I was thinking maybe he could fake Flipper, but no Moon Pearl. So, I mean, I don't know if it's worth it.
He still
just to get up
could,
there.
but yeah. Especially without the required capital yet. Nice spin strat there.
I got people asking in chat about the schedule for this. There's actually a Google Doc that has all of the matches that are scheduled out. Not all of them are going to be restreamed. Like, I think we're averaging like 4 restreams a day, like 4 or 5 at least. Oh, is he going to throw the guard? I really hope he throws the guard.
No guard throwing. Setting up the death warp though.
Using the bomb to get it, I like that. He took the guard with him.
Yep. So how far are we going? Are we getting a small key, or are we just getting another item?
Oh, this is kind of a gamble. If he gets the small key, he can finish it.
This is where I say if he gets the on top of that, if he gets the small key, I would say there's probably an 80 to 90% chance that one of the items in there is going to be like the hammer, the hook shot, or a glove.
Putting a glove back here is just so evil. Because you use a glove usually to get to those 3 chests.
Exactly, and that's why often when you get the key there, you're often expecting they're going to put something good in the back chest. Got Baker going into the going for the Hyrule Castle plays now as well.
And while Justin's doing the sewers, Baker went and checked Ice Rod Cave, and there was just a piece of heart there.
Time to see what we have.
I want to see some boots.
Nothing.
Nothing useful. So it's an interesting decision now where to go. You can head over. I'd like heading over to Eastern here.
Yeah, I don't see much reason to not be going Sahasrara and Eastern at this point. I guess he could do Mountain well if he wanted to.
Yeah, Mountain's a solid play too, because it's something you have to do.
And there's the Mountain.
I'd also kind of be interested to go in and getting Aegina's Cave out of the way, because, well, it's out of the way.
True, especially with Flute, it's not that bad. And you get to check the Desert Ledge item without really costing yourself any time either.
So, if Aga 1's required, do you think it's going to be Moon Pearl on the pyramid?
It very well could be. I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Got Justin getting his map check in there. Right before he picks up his Master Sword. So far, I like all of the routing choices by both of the players. It's interesting that nobody's checked Sahasrara or Eastern yet, since they have the lamp and can do everything except for Armos.
The other thing I'll say that I wouldn't be against at this point, one thing that I've had happening a bunch to me lately is the Seed throwing the book at them and telling them to go to desert.
Yeah, that's always fun. Justin's gonna go take a little heart refill at the house. Eastern has 3 items. Like, so, like, there's a chance that one of them's on Armos, but it's a guaranteed you're going to get at least 2 items out of there.
Yeah. You don't even have to, and because we already have the lamp, we don't even have to sequence break it. So all 5 of the first chests are fully available.
And it looks like that's where Justin's heading right now.
Lizzie sort of mentioned there's not a lot of choice either.
Yeah, it's either this or Aegina's Cave. Baker's taking his Death Warp and Escape. Gonna go get his nothing in the back, I assume.
There's a glove.
Sahasa's holding the gloves. Taking them right off his hands.
We'll be a little sad that they didn't check that earlier, potentially. Especially with what the back of Sanctuary held.
Honestly, the gloves don't really open up all that much all by themselves.
No, especially not when we already have
Zora.
And we already had the flute, so we already had Death Mountain access.
Like, they make it faster to go through the escape. That is true, though. Like,
Yeah.
in the sewers.
And anyone who's keeping track of their items would know they don't even need to go into the dark section, because you know that would be the key after you've gotten all the items.
Well, we get to see what's in Eastern Palace. I'm kind of hoping it just opens up one more location, just one at a time.
Or we'll just get half magic.
Now they can shoot that ice rod all day.
Justin D a little slow in the first part there, getting the big ball by the time he got back around. Nothing to really fret about, but that's how I timed myself on that first run around.
Yep, if you can beat the balls, well, yeah. If you can beat the big ball, then you're doing well. Oh, the mirror.
There's a mirror.
That opens things up.
Specifically, it opens up Hera. Because we still don't have a Moon Pearl. That's just something interesting I've never seen as of yet. I'm not sure if a seed would require it. I've never seen anyone have to do desert by flute before Moon Pearl.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, but I believe it's probably doable in the logic.
Because you don't need anything in the Dark World except for the mirror.
Oh, so we got a check of where the green pendant is. It's in Skull Woods, according to Sahasrara.
Always good knowledge to have. And a book. Well, we now have access to both of the other Light World dungeons.
And that is all 3 items out of Eastern, so he is out of here.
Now, where's it going? Mountain or desert?
He's going to Ice Rod Cave. He hasn't checked that yet.
Okay, fair enough. None of the
go eat his
above.
Pizza Hut, yeah.
Interesting that the one trick that I discovered, or going towards Eastern, when you have to get past that one Armos Knight, is just walk into it with your sword held out, and you sort of slip by it. I'm not sure if that's I'm not sure if that's a standard trick that most people know or not. I've noticed that neither of these runners did it, though.
I didn't know that was a trick you could do.
Yeah, you can just literally run down to that Armos Knight, hold your sword out, he'll bounce off, and you won't even take damage. The Octorok can screw you up occasionally. Octorok, is that the right name? Yeah, I think so. It can screw you up depending on where he runs to, but...
Yeah, Just is now heading straight over to Desert. I like this. You can check the ledge. Like, you can go check Aegina's Cave, which is kind of out of the way otherwise, but you're already here. And this is not a cave you want to forget. Like, it's one of the first things you have access to, but if you find things beforehand, it's a chance you're going to forget it.
I guess we still don't have access to Land Molus yet, either. Or at least we do. We have the lamp. What am I talking about? I'm crazy.
Yeah, we can you can full clear Desert, assuming it's not boot locked.
And we can full clear Hera. So, we're most likely well, it's hard to say if we're doing all Light World stuff, but...
Got Baker picking up his mirror. Probably happy to see that. The question is he going to keep going through this dungeon and get his book? It looks like he is. A nice little cutscene here. Good time to go, take a drink of water and. Or wait, I think these streams are sponsored by Gatorade. Go take a drink of Gatorade. Now we get to find out if we're boot locked in here. A lot of it depends on what this item right here is. It's a small key, so we get to continue.
Yep. I was gonna go check it for boot locked first, apparently. Which we are. He's gonna leave though.
Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Oh, he's gonna take
okay.
Other route over there. That's actually a good. That's really good. And Lord Haiti, the Gatorade reference is one of the runners in the main tournament had their sub alerts turned on, and it was Gatorade themed. Yeah.
Got a map. So only up to one item. Might not even be an item.
Call them boots. Oh, Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl. Well, so I'd still put my bet on Emmer or Mitz in Tower of Hera.
We will find out shortly, because that is where Baker is going as well. Yep. So the chances that AGA 1 is required are dwindling.
Although if they do put teammates there, Hammer could very well be locked behind AGA 1 anyways.
No, Isabella. Baker did not go into Desert. Baker went up to Hera before going to Desert.
Basically, in Eastern, Eastern gave both the mirror and the book at the same time. So which one you went to first was entirely up to the runners, and there's not really an inherent benefit to doing either one first. There's a hook shot, though.
So now they can get to the other side. AGA 1 could be required if we don't find a hammer or a Titan Smiths. Which, I don't know.
It could also be required if we need Quake. Let's throw that out there, too. Don't forget about that.
Oh, yes. I forgot we have Quake there. Ooh, and Baker taking a death in the back there. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not.
It might have been a combination, too. It might have been a fast way to health refill. I don't think it's faster to take the death there, but if you're sort of like, I'm on one heart, let's just do it.
So, what's your feeling on tile room? We're gonna have a tile room required here?
Oh, it's looking more and more like it. I would say there's technically there's 1 in 2 chance either way, because we know that there is an item and a small key left before Moldorm, but we'll see. Justin realizing he forgot the key.
Ooh, and Baker takes a fall off of that energy ball there. I can't remember the name of that. What they are. I think they're just energy balls.
I was about to say, they're not the most interesting to put a name to anyways. I'm really bad with my names. I know Stalfos.
I know Stalfos and I know Gibdos. And Mini Moldorms, obviously.
Gotta know the Trolldorms. And we got a map, so we've got desert. Jeez. We do have a desert, but Baker doesn't know that yet.
So right now we have a 50-50 shot on tile room. I can feel for Baker. Like, falling in those pits is never fun.
Oh, and just as I caught Ender's question, they look close. The one difference right now is that Baker still needs to go to desert, get his moon pearl. But we're still seeing exactly what's going to play out here. It's Troll Dorm time. How many falls do we have today between the racers, folks?
Hopefully 0 or 1. It's never fun to watch people fall.
One clean fight. And we got a super bong.
We have the hammer, so we do not have to go into the basement. And that kills almost any dream of Aga 1 unless we need that quake.
Yep. So I would expect that, well, actually I expect that both players are going to do East Death Mountain.
Especially with the hammer here. They don't, like, they can just walk right over there.
Yeah.
The question is, do they check Spiral Cave on the way down?
I don't see any reason not to. Like, for Justin, there's a minimal reason not to, but then again, what's the chance that boots are there? I would put it as pretty good, actually. Why not put the boots in the most annoying spot for boots to be?
Yeah, yep. Looks like Baker is going into Spiral Cave. And Justin is checking the floating island, getting bombs. This thing is just a pain to do without the boots. It takes so long to walk in circles.
Sleeper Cave. And we have a Piece of Heart. But that being said, the time lost by walking it now is more than made up for the time that you'd have to spend on it doing it with boots later, regardless. We have a mirror, so we're gonna skip the block.
Every time I go into this to do this, when I do the block skip, I go into the wrong entrance. Because I think I'm in Dark World, so you want to go on the left.
Yep. Oh, we got a tunic. Nothing too big here yet. And I've got a blue outline of Link on Justin. Somehow Baker managed to poke the Moldorm instead of slashing it. I'm not quite sure how he managed that.
Very carefully.
And Justin pulling ahead in terms of where they are locally too, so Justin with a fairly significant lead now, actually. Because I believe they have all the same locations checked, with the exception of Baker not having desert.
See, here's the question. You just got enough money for Zora. Do you go there right now?
I feel like the answer is no, but I think Justin's saying I've got Moon Pearl as well, so let's go do some fake flippers and see what's around.
Hopefully he remembers that anything he gets out of the waterfall cave is a sequence break.
Yeah. Boots! On the island!
Oh, well they have access to that. They can get them.
No, they don't. Not unless you can do a Dark World fake flipper.
Oh, that's right. Oh. And while that was going on, Baker turned in a bee for 100 rupees to the bottle vendor.
₹300 on the guy under the bridge.
I guess he's not a hobo if he has that kind of money.
And a real good fake flipper.
Baker's gonna go check Aegina's cave and desert. I kind of want to see some vanilla flippers right now off of Zora.
Nothing in the waterfall fairy cave.
Well, that's good because he doesn't have to worry about the sequence break. We got some walking on water going on here.
Yep. A single rupee on the ledge.
That's good because that means that he will never have to come back up here
Yep.
to get that item when he has the actual flippers. Let's see what we get from the big Zora here today. Is it going to be a life lesson? Oh, silver arrows! I would gladly pay 500 rupees for some silver arrows.
So it looks like we're gonna get some hype cave up here real fast. By the looks of it.
Yeah, like I like the routing here, going from Hype Cave and then doing the southern sweep of Dark World, checking the Grove and all of that. The Grove, the digging game. Like, you can't get up the hill to go into Village of Outcasts.
But you just get to mirror and walk in instead.
We have a Dark World check. We have pendants at Skullwoods, we know. We have pen at Thieves Town and Pod. And it looked like the other Fat Fairy Crystal was Turtle Rock.
It was indeed. So we have the opposite of what I called earlier. We got that early ice rod.
It's a necessary ice rod.
Nice blue goo there. Nothing important, but... There's the good old meh cave.
Yeah, nothing in the Hype Cave. I mean, blue goo is useful, but not really necessary.
That's especially why it's the meh cave. So he's not even going south side, he's going east side. He might be forgetting he doesn't have flippers.
Cue the realization that you don't have flippers.
Yeah, I got that. Lord Ayati, yeah, that's why I was saying they might be going east side. It looks like he is going to go east side. Whether he decides to check Pod or whether he's just going to do Catfish and such. Now, granted, think about the fact. Well, no, never mind. Cancel what I was going to say. I was going to say he could have mixed this in with the Zora play. Difference is then he wouldn't be able to check Waterfall Cave with the fake flipper.
Looks like Baker is heading into Village of Outcasts and Thieves Town. Heading into that area. Do some overworld there as well. Have the Bloomerang on the pyramid ledge. Gonna skip over that. Don't really need it for anything.
Especially not with the red meringue. Not doing Catfish yet. We're going for Pod by the looks of it.
This is a bit of a gamble because it's very likely you might be bow-locked out of this dungeon.
Very likely, but if you're here and you're playing to save and quit anyways, may just be the play to do and just see. It is pendant though, which makes it all the more intriguing.
I still have yet. I would love to see like the first chest in Pod be the bow, like the one on the left side you go to first. I would love to see that one of these times. It's just like that's such a trolly location.
I think I pulled the hammer from there one. Pretty good.
Meanwhile, Baker is finding not much in Village of Outcasts. See if we can live the dream. Nope, just a key, so we get to keep going.
Actually, I will say, I'm a little surprised that Baker didn't do the immediate dip into Skull Woods. A little surprised. I know lots of people don't like to do it before they have the fire rod and such. But I feel like, especially with Pendant Skull Woods, dipping it as soon as you enter Dark World, especially when you just have hammer access, it's a pretty good play. I think
he's kind of out of the way.
I think
Meanwhile,
Justin's forgetting he doesn't have a key.
Justin is forgetting he doesn't have a key, but I don't think he found himself a carrot sword. That's pretty useful.
This is the last place the bow could be, but it's not. And as I say that, I'm not even sure if that could be. Yeah, I think it still could be. There's still enough locations for keys left in the dungeon.
Yep, I believe that is one of the 3 chests that can be the bow.
'Tis indeed. I have seen the bow there in a race a week ago.
I really like this play from Baker going into Thieves Town, however. Like, you can complete it. I mean, sure, it's a pendant, but you can get all of the items. There are items there to be found, and in V26, pendant dungeons usually have something good.
And now the question is, will he complete or will he just do first 4? Looks like we're getting a complete out of this. Keys. More blue goo. No big key, I don't think, yet, right?
I think he found the big key on the bridge.
Well, either way, we're doing the dark room.
Oh, nope, no big key.
I was about to say, the bridge had the tempered sword.
Oh, that's right.
That wall of fire coming at him. There's a big
now
key,
we have
though.
a big key.
That's one way to find it. One more item to get, and it will be an item. Well, yeah, it will be an item. This definitely will be an item. It's a mushroom.
It'd be interesting to see where he goes from here. Does he immediately go turn in that mushroom?
There's a good play too, since you have the flute, but
Looks like he's going to do the south-west Dark World play.
I'm not sure I like that at this point, now that the only things that he has are the digging game and the and Stumpy to check. Unless he's going north? Okay, we're going north, Dark World.
Interesting. I think it wouldn't have been faster to just go there, like, mirror out of pod and then walk around?
I feel like it probably would have been. Well, that's hard to say, because there is that whole maze outside of pod.
That is true. And if you're only used to going through that maze one direction, I mean, you can reverse engineer it, but not the simplest thing to do. Oh, he's gonna... Interesting. He's gonna mirror to check the mushroom and then go on to catfish.
True, yeah.
I do not believe this will work to reset the screen transition for the mushroom.
Stuff.
I didn't think that worked. I didn't think that worked. I thought you still had to walk off the screen. But the mushroom just giving him $20. But he did, turn his bee into blue goo. Plenty of health. Ah, that's what I'm thinking of. I keep thinking of, because I know I've seen people try to flute and it not working. Looks like on Baker's screen we have to do a good old full clear of the Thieves' Town. And line should have the last item.
Sorry about that. And back.
Oh, no problem. So what do you think of this zombie maiden we have going on Baker's screen?
It's an interesting one. There was one palette that I saw the other day that had that used a sprite that had a black dress that had a black color scheme on it. So Blind was in this really nice black dress actually, which was pretty cool. But I don't think Justin quite knows how to do this maze without the Titan's mitts. There we go, he's figured it out now.
It's not something that comes up very often, to be completely honest.
No.
Like,
although at the same time, I've done it enough times now that I know it. Baker with a nice blind kill overall there. 20 rupees for the trouble.
Well, this will wind up paying off in a decent way if the pedestal winds up being required, however.
Yeah.
Looks like Baker's gonna go check the southern Dark World locations that he can do without the mitts. Probably work his way over to Hype Cave, or to Meh Cave as well.
Now my question is, who's the first one to do Skull Wood?
I wouldn't be surprised if Justin dips in there the way this routing is taking him. He's gonna go check the Bumper Cave item, and then probably dip into Skullwoods. I like that routing decision. Nothing on the Bumper Cave.
Piece of heart.
Digging game taking quite a few digs for some triple booms.
And got the Skullwood play. Front door entrance.
It's an interesting decision. I don't like. Usually, you want to drop into one of the holes to start with, but I guess now if you wind it you can get caught by a wallmaster at the end and just bring it back to the front to get the big chest if you have the big key.
But you need a key in that first chest, and we didn't get it. Into the left hole we go. Heart container on mirror ledge there. Nothing.
So it looks like the mirror-locked items were nothing important, because it was just arrows on the graveyard ledge.
Yeah. Nope, accidental fall in the pit there. Second, I thought that was intentional. He was just resetting back to the front of the room. It's always interesting to see everyone's strategy for this room, this column room. Got some bomb jump attempts.
Pedestal required could be flippers, could be the red cane, yeah, it could be medallion, yeah. That's about all it could be. I believe it could also be boots.
We already know where boots are.
That's right. Dang it. Could be mirror.
We have the mirror. I've been using the mirror.
My brain is not working today. I've done 3 seeds today in practice, and
we were literally just talking about all the mirror locked locations that are not the thing. Gimdo versus Gimdo.
One of these days I'll, learn. Oh, taking a death there.
I'm attempting to freeze both of them. Success.
That's probably much safer than to just freeze one and throw it at the other one.
To be fair, you have Tempered Sword. You could just kill them both in a fairly insignificant amount of time as well. We have
How
half
long-
magic though, so flippers. Well, I called it.
You did. That's a very important item, especially because they know where boots are.
Yeah, because I don't think Baker knows where flutes are. I hope
No,
we
I
know
don't
where the
think so
flutes
either.
are. I think we know where the flutes are. The boots, on the other hand. Bombos tablet. Has 20 rupees raining from the sky. Yeah, I feel like it would link shot. I think I feel like this. I feel the same thing. Like you just go and get boots. Do you know where boots are?
Unless he forgot where boots are.
It's possible.
That would be
Like,
not
there-
good.
He should not go into Thieves Town before. If he goes into Thieves Town before he gets boots, like I'd have to say he's forgotten where boots are. And I think he's going to Thieves Town.
Ooh, that could be very bad if he like just spaced on where the boots were. But we've all done it. Everybody, like, that location usually doesn't have anything.
Mm-hmm. And most of the more experienced runners will check it somehow or other fairly early on seed. So it's one of those things that definitely is easily forgotten. Like, at least when you check Lumberjack Cave and you go, oh, I need... Although, granted, that could be another thing we could forget. We don't know if we need Quake yet. We have no idea if we need Quake yet.
Like, I can see making this play if you don't have the flute.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, granted, even then, the flute barely even affects the duration of this play.
I mean, if you can't mirror flute, then get the flippers and flute back, it might be a time sink in order to go get the boots off of the
Well,
island.
The reason I say that is the mirror versus the save and quit is time neutral.
Yeah, but then you also have to run back.
Well, that's the difference between Sanctuary and Kakariko, which is fairly. Maybe he did think it was red rupees, indeed. Or anything else. He did get a full look at the boots, though, so I wouldn't think that was the case, but possible. Got Baker going for the Zora check. I'm sure he'll be okay with what he finds. Yeah, exactly, JJ Blue. That's sort of what I was saying. Like, I was okay with him doing sort of the areas around Thieves Town without the boots. Although, granted, there's a lot of straight lines you can run there, too. But, like, as soon as he entered without boots, I'm like, he's forgotten where it is. Because, walking through TT is just awful.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that you would choose to do.
Oh, that's right. He did try to go for the boots right away in the Dark World when he got Dark World access. Although that could have the opposite effect as well. Of that he went, I went and got the boots already.
Like, when you're doing one of these races, it's very easy to, like, just check something off of you. I did this list, and you haven't actually done it yet.
Well, especially when you went through the action to go do it. Yeah, it's true. Unlocking flippers gives you so much options for what you can do that's not TT, but this comes with that baggage of knowing that Thieves Town almost always has something.
Looks like Baker is going to make his way up into Skullwoods and just wondering why he didn't go here earlier when he finds those flippers.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen I don't think we missed a pedestal check anywhere in here.
Nope, he didn't go up to the back end of Skullwoods, so there's not really much of a reason to go check the pedestal.
Interesting hookshot strats there from Baker. They seem to have decently played out, so... So in terms of important items, we're pretty close to tied still. In terms of map cleared, Justin quite a bit further along.
That is very accurate. Oh, Baker is resetting his start point here before he attempts the bomb jump. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like Justin's going to walk his way over to get the flippers now. Because he'd have to reset. Yeah, this is fine. Because he's heading that way now. Because he flipped his boots. Because he's going to do the digging game and just route past everything there. That means he doesn't have to backtrack as well. I actually kind of like this play.
Never thought about that option of getting into the back of this area before. Although, granted, once you have hookshot, it's not a big deal anyways, because you can always hookshot through the front as well.
Like, Baker does have the advantage of already having done all of these item checks that Justin is currently doing. Like, he already did the mirror ledge down here. He already did... At least I'm pretty sure I saw him do the mirror ledge down here.
Yes. Yeah, he got a full heart container from here.
Like, it's definitely far from over here.
One of the significant differences we have still is the fact that Justin's already done most of Pod.
But Pod is a pendant dungeon, so it's not necessary. It's not necessarily going to be necessary.
Nope. But he did get a tempered from it, which is a significant difference this early in the can be a significant difference this early in the game as well.
Baker, you gotta pick up the skull before you move the thing. There we go. Gotta go get his flippers.
Got a bombos check.
Oh,
that's not the mirror.
First. He had the mirror out, and then he switched it off of the mirror.
To be fair, Michigan man, both players lost a lot of time in that room, so we're pretty even on that room.
Yeah, because Justin took a death in there.
And we're getting a pedestal check, I think. Because I can't see any other reason we're coming up here.
That way. I want to see a medallion on there.
Geez, the medallions are super locked. Is that what we're looking for? Where do we even put the other medallion at that point, then?
In their inventory.
Ah, a little piece of love. True enough. Okay, we're getting boots.
Oh, boots are coming. Looks like Justin is definitely gonna go do swamp now. Boots on feet. We're unsure if Quake is needed. Because we haven't had any medallion checks yet.
Which, to be fair, is pretty hard to do without Titan Smiths.
Yeah, that is very true.
Baker's doing the north play here. Gonna find his piece of heart.
Find his piece of heart and his I think it was arrows in the graveyard?
Yeah, it was like a bomb upgrade or arrow quiver or something like that.
And we get to see what is in the Swamp Palace. So are you a fan of the play that people are making to skip left side until after Argus?
I am getting more and more like it. I've done it the variation myself, or at least I assume it's the variation that people do. Whereas I will do that given that I don't find a map or compass in the first two chests. Like, as soon as I find the map, if I find the map or compass before I make the divergence, I'll just go do left side, because I know there's an item over there. Yeah, all upgrades are progressive. I'm not sure since when. I'm fairly new to the scene myself overall, but all upgrades are all progressive upgrades or all upgrades that have various stages are progressive.
Like, and you do have the option to turn that off, I believe, as well, if you are generating a tournament race seed.
I don't think Baker knows where boots are. Correct. Justin knew where boots were. That was the one difference that we were talking about it for him. Whereas I don't think Baker's checked Lake Hylia.
Like, the biggest advantage Justin has here is those boots.
Got a fireball shield. Not an awful thing to have. So Justin's going to do left side first.
At the very least, he's going to open it. Remembering not to flood the key. That's very important. So I think this is going to be the first time we have both of our runners in the same dungeon at the same time or as we had it at Hera.
Yeah.
But in quite some time, it's the first time they're going to be synced up.
And all these syncs have been fairly interesting, because they're only syncs in terms of where they are, but definitely very different in terms of their current completion of what they've done. That was an interesting little spot for the spike to get stuck.
On top of the pylons?
On top of the pylon. Wonder how precise that is. Probably frame perfect. Yeah, anything. Yeah, we could solve an item in desert as well. For sure. Well, we do solve an item in desert, but what it is, who knows?
Yeah, it could still be important.
Is that a big key that I saw there? It's always nice to get the big key before you leave this area.
Because then you do not have to backtrack.
Especially that one staircase that doesn't like people going up it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Getting through some of the staircases in this game, like especially, I have problems in Ice Palace with almost all the staircases in there if I don't have the boots.
Oh, that's not even what I was referring to. So the one in Swamp Palace, if you get the big, so often when I get the big key in that double chest room, I will turn around. I will turn around right then and go up the stairs that are right there. We're having difficulty picking up the skull. But that staircase is silly in that it doesn't actually like it. The first time you go up it, you spawn too high in the screen, and you end up immediately going back down the stairs again. The first time you go up the stairs.
Oh yeah, yes, I've noticed that. I thought that was something I was doing wrong.
Nope. The other interesting stair glitch I've run into was, and I'm not sure if this was just a complete fluke or it was something else. I hammer dashed into the first doorway in Pod, like the one to go down to the little chest, and it just kept hammer dashing me up and down the stairs. I soft locked it.
Oof. Well, we're talking about soft locks. We have found a bow. Justin found the bow in that room we were talking about with 2 chests in it.
Indeed.
It's very helpful. Like, that opens up stuff possibly being in the at Helmasaur, because I don't think we've gotten all of the items in Pod. Could be we've gotten all the items out of Eastern, so it can't be at Armos.
Yeah. But Armos is required, so you have that interesting little bit of do I stay or do I go? Fortunately, Baker not going to have as much fun time with the boss as Justin's going to have here. Justin with just the nice 2, with the 1 slash in each puff and the 2 spin to kill Argus, thanks to the Tempered Sword.
So the main thing we're still missing that opens up the map are the Titan's Mitts.
Yes. This is the Titan's Mitts.
Where do you think they are?
Well, the place that's always fun for that would be. Oh no, they can't be there. Never mind. I was about to say Ice Palace. It's like, need Titan's Mitts to get into Ice Palace. Work. There's not actually a lot left. Maybe they're on Landmolus.
I would like to see the Fire Rod in Ice Palace, because that's always entertaining.
Definitely be a thing, just not yet. Can't do anything about that yet, because, once again, don't have Titans.
Yep. Justin heading back in here to clean off the end of Desert Palace.
Yeah, Titan Mitts can't be too much further down the road. I'm not even sure what locations we have left to check.
Oh, we've got this. We have the rest of the stuff in Pod.
Right.
And I think that might be all.
I was about to say, Justin's done a pretty good job of clearing out the overworld.
Yeah, like, it could be King's Tomb and Bonkross, because the only other 2 I can think of.
Did Justin not? Oh no, you're right, because he didn't have boots before he went there, right?
Ether Tablet was, I believe, 20 rupees. I think Baker checked it.
There's no reason why it wouldn't have been done, because They already had the. I don't remember, but now that you're saying it, but they had book when they went to Hera, so there's no reason for you to not have done it.
Got Baker collecting his bow. I can't remember. Have we found both of the items in
No, we didn't. Because when we found the Moon Pearl, we were thinking that it could have been the map and been locked out of both items.
That's right.
Although, actually, I didn't see what the big key chest was. I wasn't really paying attention to what the big key chest was, though. Assuming he checked the big key chest.
He has all of the dungeon items. He has the compass and the map, so this must be an item. The first Lammo going the incorrect direction for that silver arrow to hit it.
Nicely done.
And there's the Titan. Oh, he's probably very... So this was a required double dip into Desert Palace.
Yeah. Although, granted, we knew that from the start, to be fair.
That is true. But there was a chance that you wouldn't have had to go back here until Go mode.
True.
And now the world is his oyster. He can go almost anywhere. I like going here and checking the medallion requirements. Plus, if you can't go in...
Ega hype? Nope, Bombos. Nope. Ether.
There is the last medallion, so... Looks like we have some redacted statements going on in chat.
$50 rupes. And who's Baker? Who Baker is in his boots by the looks of it?
And I don't think he knows these are here, so this is going to be a pleasant surprise for him. Turtle Rock Medallion was not checked. I believe that's probably one of the things Justin's going to do while he's up here. See if he needs to go kill Aghanim.
Yeah, since he knows that Aghanim locks the Quake Medallion.
Get to see some Super Bunny caves and some hookshot caves, I'm sure, too, as well, while we're up here.
Nice hookshot clip there. I'm always surprised by the people that decide to hookshot there and not just boot straight down. There's a fire rod.
There's one of the... So we are one item away from Go mode. All we need is the red cane. And we get to see if Aga is required. And it is! Oh!
Hour 15 Aghanim incoming.
Now we see if he... Oh, taking a fall there. Well, so TR will for sure be the last dungeon we complete.
Yep. Quake is in Lumberjack Cave, caps lock. So it requires us to kill Aghanim to move the Lumberjacks to another tree so that we can bonk the tree and go in there. Just another reason why boots are also required this seed.
Ooh, this is bold, going into Spike Cave without he doesn't have either the blue cane or the magic cape. So this is not like a logic thing at the moment, I believe.
I'm not sure with the double blue goos how it works, though. But all it is five bombs anyway, so either way. So we'll see if Baker can find the cane in here somewhere. That'll be his saving grace. If he finds the cane before Justin, he has a slight chance here.
Yep, that's how he can get back into this, is if the cane is back here in this end of Palace of Darkness.
Which I think probably means just Helmasaur. I think this is another small key. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's probably not going to make the Helmasaur play, which unfortunately... Well, either way, because he would probably want that Tempered Sword as well, so it goes both ways.
Yeah, usually you want to leave Helmasaur for last.
We're just gonna ditch all of them and just go do this the other way, I guess.
Yep. Got Justin making his long Agate Tower climb. Where else would he go? He knows he has to do this, so this is probably the best place for... Like, this is a fine place for him to route it in.
There's not really a poor place to route it in at this point.
Like, you know it's required, you might as well just get it out of the way now. Having some issues with those arrows. Baker acquiring his carrot sword.
It's sort of an odd situation to be in, because there's not really a right or wrong time for this play, as long as it's before you go to Turtle Rock again. Because there is an argument to be made of doing all the lower stuff first so that you don't upgrade the world enemies, and then doing this. But generally, by this point in the seed, you're not really that worried about most of the enemies on the overworld anyways. A little bump off a bridge there.
That guard just wants to be friendly.
Gonna get bumped again? Oh, he got the sword hit.
So here's the question. How many blue balls do you think Aghanim is going to throw at Justin here today?
I'll go with a nice friendly 3. Just enough to force that second lightning phase.
I like that. Just enough for the second lightning phase. That's a good number. So far we have 0. Oh, 1. No,
1.
Not the perfect fight.
2. Baker found his mushroom.
Oh, so we've got your 3.
Got
Let's
the
see if there's any
3.
more. I believe that is all we will get, correct?
Nah, not
Oh,
guaranteed.
no, I guess we can get 1 more. Or we can get 2 more up to. That's right.
We are.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, yeah, because that next one was guaranteed to be a blue. Guaranteed to be a. I don't know the actual color of the other ones. Are they orange?
No flashy colored. They sort of pulse.
Got Baker here, clearing out Eastern while he's here. I don't recall, did he finish Pod, or did we see all the items in Pod, so it can't be there?
I wasn't actually sure. We might have actually seen all the items in Pod. What I was seeing there. I'm also not sure that I think the big difference. Oh no, that was a small key on the middle chest. So yeah, I don't know actually. We might have seen all the items.
And Justin's making the play into Ice Palace. I like this. It's a dungeon, you can complete it. Like, sure, you have to full clear because you're still looking for something, but it's 3 items that are guaranteed. Hopefully one of them's a cane.
Yep. There's a big key. Not the key you actually want to see in that chest, but...
Yeah, if you get a small key in that chest, it makes the routing of this dungeon much simpler.
Yep. Yeah, Landmo is the big thing that Baker still do.
Ooh.
Don't die, Baker. You can do it.
You can make it. Just gotta make it through this next room. I believe there's some hearts in here for sure.
Yes, there's at least 2. There's a 3rd one anyways. I don't actually know which ones are hearts and which ones are arrows. It might be a 50-50 distribution.
Yeah, I think it's the top 2 are hearts and the bottom 4 are arrows.
Nice bomb jump by Justin in Ice Palace. Especially given that you don't have the Cane of Samaria, you really want that jump. And nice sliding spin to get all 5.
He made that look really easy, but I know for a fact that it is not.
Oh, he's in between the spaces he needs for those 2 tricks. There's the small key. Does it go right back up? Yep.
Yeah, I think you most assuredly go right. Well, maybe not.
Maybe he remembered he had the big key and he's going to go downstairs instead. I guess we were going to try to bomb jump, but now we're just, we're going to go get the big chest now, probably? Yep.
This could pay off really if this was the cane. It's just a burrito.
Just a burrito. And now we get to backtrack the entire dungeon.
What fun. Everybody loves backtracking. That would be... So what do you think? Sahasrahla having the cane? Is that the worst thing that could happen right now? Like, the trolliest place it could be?
Most likely. Given that we know it's not pendant. Or, pedestal.
I mean, and then there's the obvious, Sahasrahla has the shovel into the yada yada yada, but...
Well, or you're also... And I'm not sure this is considered trolley anymore, but you also will have the ability of Vanilla Cane.
Vanilla Cane would be... That's pretty trolly.
I've done it enough times now that it's not even trolly to me anymore, but when I think about the concept of it, it's pretty trolly.
Be interested to see where Baker goes from here. If he makes the play he needs to make, which is over into desert. Like, I think for Baker to get back into this race, he needs to head almost directly to desert, and then find the cane someplace out of the way, like King's Tomb.
Yeah.
I believe the last item in Ice Palace is going to be on everybody's favorite puff-filled boss.
Did we get both items in Skull Woods? Can't remember.
I believe so. And yeah, Blackjack, they checked Bumper Cave. It was just a piece of heart.
Baker's probably going to check Lumberjack Cave right now.
Here comes the King's Tomb check.
He needs to go the other way around, though. Oh, he's got boots, so at least he gets to that much.
He can take a little bit of a shortcut. Justin pulling out the bombos for a cold stare. Magic conversation, conservation, so you can just burn these puffballs to a crisp with the fire rod.
Don't think red mail's going to be quite as much value as we needed there, but better than 20 rupees.
Anything's better than 20 rupees. That was a very solid cold stare by Justin.
Yep.
And finds the cane.
cane.
We have our first player in go mode. He's probably going to head from here over to Misery Mire, clear out Eastern Palace, and head up to Turtle Rock. It's going to be very hard for Baker to get back into this.
Especially with where Baker's going right now. Not Desert Palace.
Yeah.
Found a vampire stake, though.
Oh, he found the validation arrow. Doesn't he just win automatically now?
Something like that. Problem is, I think Justin probably found that. We didn't realize that it was already there.
I don't think he's gone and checked the bonk locations.
Okay, maybe he didn't. Oh, that's right, yeah, because he would have done... Well, there's been a whole bunch of eras to having where we've had different things. I'm sort of losing track of what was when. Because we definitely got boots after... But no, yeah, you're probably right. I don't think he's done any of the bonk locations.
That is accurate, Blackjack. He hasn't gone... I guess he suppose he does have to go get Quake first as well.
Interesting that he switched to Hookshot, then proceeded to not use Hookshot.
Maybe he wanted to have it out to use on the... No, I thought maybe he wanted to have it out to use on the tentacle monsters, but...
Seriously, I'm like, I never switch there. Maybe he has a tendency to hit the Y button by accident and activate his Quake Ether bombos at the start of the dungeons. Just wants to get it off there so it's not as costly if he does. Maybe.
The first chest, big key. That's exactly where you want to see it.
Yep. It's not even really it's sort of quasi-go mode. It's a whole interesting situation of you don't need to check any chest. And that's really what sort of the definition of go mode is I don't need to check any more items. And that's the state we're in now. No more items checked. Just kill the bosses.
He knows exactly where everything he could ever want is.
I don't know. Does he want that butter sword?
I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't say no. Nobody ever says no to butter. I mean, I can't believe it's not butter, but...
Indeed. But can you believe it's not powder? Everyone's favorite safety. At least, you know, in casual mode, where we all play all these things.
Even in serious mode, it's still my favorite safety.
Well, I just mean in hard, it only turns things into a single heart.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's true.
Butter's on Ganon. Wait, Ganon drops an item? I never figured this out? Are you telling me that Ganon drops items, JJ Blue?
Can you imagine if Ganon dropped an item?
Here's your boots!
That would be what would be there with you know, my oh, looks like Baker did make the play on Desert Palace, so he's going to find his...
Those vitreous eyes just got melted.
That was a very fast vitreous.
Granted, my favorite place for an item, I got Mirror in the chest before Moldorm. 1 seed.
Just before or after?
Chest before Moldorm 2.
Oh. What was in the validation chest, though?
I can't remember.
Justin had... Wait, where's Justin? Oh, Justin fluting to the wrong location.
Meant to go to 5. Went one too far.
Baker is making the Mire, or he's probably gonna check the shed, and that if he goes into Mire, that would be interesting.
And unfortunately not a good play, but
yeah. But from his view, like, that seems like a perfectly valid play.
Yeah. The problem is the Titan's Mitts are that one thing that opens up the entire map. As long as you don't get them, unless you get them, if you have them before Hookshot or Hammer, it's a little bit different, but because they don't open up that East Death Mountain necessarily, but...
Well, but at this point, you know, you've got to think that Baker thinks he's behind. So he's going to make some crazy gambles to try to get back into this game by checking, like, well, hopefully it's there, and then I'll save a bunch of time by not checking all these other locations. But he is also looking for the Fire Rod as well.
Yeah. Which, if I remember correctly, was on Dark Death Mountain. It was a Super Bunny chest,
so.
I think.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
And he's going in. Well, we're gonna get to find out what Mire's items are. If anyone was interested, we're gonna find out now.
Blue cane and cape. That's my guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like seeing the blue cane. It's my favorite item in this game. By far.
I'm just that guy who actually calls it the Cane of Berna, because crazy like that. Why call things by their actual name?
Ah, that's no fun. I call it the lag cane, because it lags everything, but...
I don't think that was quite the one he was trying to hit with that arrow, but it works.
Is that a near miss?
Yeah, he was trying to get the one right beside him and just flew across the room and got 1-3 away.
Justin cleans up Armos.
Baker, with a little bit of trouble, got through that first room.
Yeah, Justin realizing it's probably faster to save and quit Sanctuary to get to the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, it's sort of odd there's no fly options up in Northern Hyrule. I guess you just sort of say Kakariko's close enough. Interesting they decided to check the bonk rocks.
I mean, they're there. He's looking for butter. So he did validate his run. He found his validation arrow.
Yeah. Considering he was go-moding, there's no way that he forgot where Quake is. Well, obviously, he flew here. So yeah, he wanted to find the validation arrow.
I mean, if it was the butter sword, it would still probably save him a little bit of time over it being not the butter sword.
True. Baker using one of his potions to make sure he stays alive.
Oh, he's having to light these torches without the fire rod.
Not the worst of things, at least. It's the next room that's a bigger problem. Oh, there's the big 20 that Time Stalker was calling for.
I mean, that's kind of a cop-out answer for what's in any chest, because that's the most likely thing to be there.
But he did say powder as well, so if you're gonna call both of them, at least that's a legitimate, legitimate pair.
And Baker is doing everything in his power to not have to check vanilla.
And Justin is stuck by a squirrel.
Oh, squirrel locked. Yeah, Baker is doing everything in his power to not have to check vanilla Big Key and Meyer, because nobody wants to sit through that cutscene.
Oh! I've got to go around the room again.
Cue Benny Hill music.
Okay, we're good this time. Unless we got shot off by a laser. That didn't happen, fortunately. One more. One more.
Pulling the paw of the turtle rock and getting a bunch of fairies for his trouble.
Can't remember. Vitreous wasn't an item, right?
I believe Vitreous was an item.
So we're asking what the item is, and we already know what one of them are, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I think it was an item. I don't really remember either.
Well, we'll find out fairly shortly when we'll find out if this is an item or not. So here's everyone's favorite room to do with the lamp.
Ooh, Baker needs to worry about his health there for a second. A little low.
Yep. He's going to do all of them first, which is not a bad call. Two small keys.
I think Justin is now good to go. Doesn't need to worry about laser bridge or anything.
Yep. Well, that's not a guarantee yet. Well, actually, no. Yeah, sorry, yes, it is. You shouldn't.
Yeah, with the two small keys, I believe it is.
Well, it doesn't even matter about the two small keys. All that matters is that you don't need to. You can jailbreak the one key from the vanilla big key chest. And there's butter.
Well, there's the butter. That we found. I guess the other item was not at Vitreous.
There's powder. So close, time. So close. Found the powder. Powder I found has been in Roll Rock a lot lately.
Baker gonna go fill up on potions.
Can't blame him.
Yeah, I can't blame him at all.
Lots of fairies.
That was solid. It's really hard to get all of those anti-fairies with one powder use.
And now we're an invisible bunny.
I definitely could not play with Justin's sprite, though. At least it's not the entirely invisible one. There's one that doesn't even have an outline of Link. Yeah, Baker is heading over here to find his fire rod.
Attempted clip didn't work, unfortunately.
That clip is not the easiest thing to pull off unless you know how to do it.
I'm not sure it's the easiest clip to pull off even when you do know how to do it.
That is also true. Oh, we found the blue cane.
Got all the item switching going on right now for Justin. Oh, we're gonna avoid damage.
Well, Justin got the Cane of Brian now, so he can by logic check the laser bridge. Will he?
I wouldn't think so.
Blackjack, the reason you use the hookshot to clip through that block there in Super Bunny Cave is because you want to have the hookshot out anyway for Hookshot Cave right afterwards. So
and
it saves you a little bit. Yeah.
And if you came from the bottom of it, you also just had it out to cross the bridge as well. So it's 2 less item menus.
Yep, just saves item time. And Justin did skip the laser bridge, and yeah, don't blame him.
Baker decided to try to bonk to the bottom one, ends up falling into the pit instead. Doesn't look like Justin's gonna have any problem with this fight overall.
Yep, that's pretty solid. I think that was a 2 cycle.
Yep. Too early. Too early on the spin, unfortunately, Justin, but 1 more hit. There it is.
Trinex goes down. So now we get to play everybody's favorite guessing game when it comes to A Link to the Past randomizers. Justin is making his way up to Ganon's Tower, and we have to figure out where the big key is. Does anybody have any guesses? What is your favorite? Pick a number between 1 and 22. Do you think it's in the tile room? Everybody always thinks it's in the tile room. What do you think, my friend?
I like to go with the number 8 lately. Typically, if you're using standard strats, that puts you into the fire bar room, but I like to just use a no copping out there. Okay, so Baker, I was wondering if Baker went and looked at it. I couldn't remember. I didn't see if he went over and checked the medallion. He most definitely did, given where he's going right now.
See, I am personally a huge fan of the torch key. Especially when you don't have the boots when you go in. Because then you are like, oh, I'm in go mode, and nope, maybe not.
Yep. Had that with hookshot 1 seed.
Schrodinger's go mode. So is Justin going to make the entire left side if he finds a small key in here? That seems to be the prevailing consensus if there's a key here.
Hiei's here to tell us all about that strat, aren't you, Hiei? Almost. Not quite, Justin.
He tried the swag strat and just missed it.
Nope.
So they're both in a tower.
Yeah,
is that a high five?
We're going at least the first part of Hiei strats here. I think Hiei, confirm if I'm wrong. Is the strat that's coined after you to go all the way to Ice Armos this way? Whereas I think his Dark Magician's strat is just to get the first 4 chests here and then back out.
No, the Dark Magician strats is to get the first 4 chests on the
other
left-hand side and then go this way. That's the strategy that I use.
Okay.
These Givdos are given Justin a little bit of trouble, so he's just going to kill them.
With how much of a lead he has, he'd have to do something pretty significant at this point. Some bombs of frustration here.
But at the same time, he doesn't know he has that lead.
True. There's the big key.
The right side gamble pays off. I believe that is just 4?
Getting the small key. Went too far, has to go further to get... Oh, he's going to hookshot. That worked too.
Like, I believe you should go left side to grab the second small key. No, maybe not. He's gonna have to do the... He's gonna have to kill the Kalmasar. That's fine.
Yeah. You still got your fire rod out at that point anyways. You shoot them with the fire rod and they're dead. Or whatever other strat you want to use. They're not too hard to kill.
They're kind of annoying to slash in the face, though.
Yes. That they definitely are.
Solid grouping on the Mimic Room.
But what was our number there? So we were at chest 5? Third one in that room?
I think that was, it was chest 5.
Yeah. I see a couple 5s in there, so, you know. He must have walked away when I was trying to ask for his advice on what his strat was.
So here's the question. What do the 2 people who guessed 5 win for guessing correctly?
I don't even know what we're giving away anymore. Let's not give away anyone else's love and adoration. I don't know how many love and adorations have been falsely given away already this tournament.
Oh, I'm sure Hiei wouldn't mind. Hiei has enough love and adoration for everybody.
Okay. Hiei says a brand new car. So since we're giving away what he wants, then, you know, I guess it's a brand new car, courtesy of Hiei.
Baker is working his way through the Aga 1 fight.
Well, that was a nice room. After a couple odds on the other rooms. Oh, we're gonna powder some bunny beans here.
Don't blame him there. You definitely do not want to go into these
then we're gonna get
fights
some
with low health.
quick erupting and molas. Guy gets hit by the torch, still makes the shot. Pretty nice overall.
The standard strats for the Wizrobe rooms.
Yep. See how his quick kill is here. Very nice.
With half magic, there's no danger of running out, so you might as well just fire out all of these.
Yep. Gonna grab the safety half magic anyways. Probably wouldn't have been an issue, but it's a lot of crows he's got chasing over on Baker's screen.
Yeah, that was a lot of crows. Were you counting them?
I'm pretty sure I only saw 3, but that's still a lot. Hey, look, a shovel!
Baker acquires his Quake Medallion, but he's still not quite in go mode because he hasn't found the cane.
Yeah.
You're always gonna. He's gonna. He tried to bottle it, and it actually ate it instead. Oops.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's the one right there, Andrew. That's the big difference. Oh, one
Troll
fall.
Dorm 2 takes its first victim.
Onto the spikes. Good. Fairy catch attempt 2. Successful. And he's going down again. Yep.
Oh no!
Just another 30 falls, and Baker may have caught up.
Baker using the Quake strats on these penguins.
Oh, we're good? We're good. Just got it.
And
kill him.
Troll Dorm
Kill him,
goes down.
Justin.
Yeah, he's already dead. You don't need to kill him anymore.
Killed him so much he switched off the hookshot to give him some eyes back. And we validated.
He validated his run. We do not have a DQ here.
Baker has a problem with jellies here. I think we're okay. We're good now. Oh geez, all the bombs. That's a spread. Still got a hit out of it.
He got it. Yeah, that's solid. Like recovery, turning that into a hit. Oh, ooh, nothing there though. Ugh.
Just 2 hits so far, but they're not being. It's not the nicest bunch of setups for him either.
I'm not sure if that counted as a double. They might have been too close together.
Was thinking the same thing. Although I think it's a frame specific, so it's probably was. So 1 or 2 more hits here. Yeah. So he did get a double.
And that would have been a double anyway, the way that was going, so... He's doing lewd things to Ganon's corpse. How rude. Ganon, I mean Aghanim. You don't get to do lewd things to Ganon's corpse because you are stuck in place with the fanfare.
Well... Bomb jump giving Baker a little bit of trouble here. I'm not sure that's going to be far enough across either. That's not as far back as I'd like to get either, but that might... Nope.
These bomb jumps are definitely not the easiest thing to execute. He keeps ending up 1 pixel too high.
Well, I think he's a little bit too far to the right as well. It's like a fairly textbook Phase 2 there.
I'm gonna drink some blue goo since... Oh, maybe not. Yep,
Maybe. That's a
fairy.
That's a fairy!
That's a fairy. Oh, whew. That could have been bad.
Must have wanted to save his blue goo for if he did need magic. I don't see why he'd need magic, because he's at full magic and has silvers, but... Just in case.
Who is Baker is surrendering to the Ice Palace bomb jump.
Yep. Which means he's going all the way around. There's no way about that. That was not the way you wanted to dash, Baker. Everyone didn't know what he was trying to do. He was trying to bonk to the wall and jump over the pit, and he was facing the wrong way, unfortunately.
We are on Phase 4. Torch glitch was
We might be looking at
successful.
a double or triple hit here. Just double from that side.
But that is the end unless he walks off the end, walks off the edge. And we have Justin Z finishing in first place with this race with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 49 minutes, and 52 seconds. GG. And
GG
the seed is sorry, although this was not the worst seed I've ever seen.
No. But that being said, what it's trying to tell us is we don't get Zelda.
Ah, okay.
I think. I assume that's what it's telling us.
I believe we will have Justin coming in here for a post-race interview.
In the meantime, here,
Baker is working his way through Ice Palace, I think.
I was about to say, I'm hearing sound, but I'm not seeing video.
Has to go the long way around because he missed the bomb jump. There's the video, yep.
I was about to say, I was hearing stairs, so...
Oh, and there goes the video again. Well, we have Justin here with us. GG, Justin.
Hey, thanks a lot.
What did you think of that seed there?
That was a unique one. Let's put it that way. Absolutely no clarity what you needed to do or where you needed to go early, and then it just all kind of threw itself together at once.
Yeah,
suddenly it was a completely clear path.
Yeah, everything opened up all at the same time.
We enjoyed it because you and Baker ended up doing two different things after Eastern, because of course Eastern unlocked both dungeons at the same time, right?
Right.
So you went to Desert first, I think.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And then Hera, and then Baker just went to Hera.
Yeah, that was just kind of like, well, let's see if is there that I could use, even though I'm risking it going in there without the boots because it might be locked. That's all right because, you know, I might end up getting the hook shot or I might get something else when I go up to Hera. So it was just kind of that calculus.
Yeah. So and fortunately, Seed, you were ahead. We were fairly ahead most of the race. But it was interesting because there was a lot of times where you and Baker linked up due to Baker doing something that he had access to fairly early on, whereas you did it a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
So I think you guys, was it Swamp they also did at the same time?
I believe they were both in Swamp at the same time. Yeah, I think it was Swamp and Eastern were the only two that ran together.
Swamp and Hera.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Eastern was the same. Okay. Eastern wasn't the same time, but it led to the lineup in the long.
Yep. So here's my question: when you see that medallion on Lumberjack, do you immediately think, "Well, I guess I'm probably going to have to go kill Hagganim"?
I mean, it was of course a pretty strong feeling, especially it's a tournament and it's V26, and just of course would, right? So. Yeah. Colored my decision to go right up to Dark World Death Mountain after getting the Titan's Mitts when I finished Desert, because I'm like, I just want to know, and then I can plan accordingly. So it all made sense in the end. To probably wasn't the most efficient play. It was worth it to me for the knowledge that I gained.
Well, and it got you the Fire Rod as well, which made it even more worth it.
Yeah, and that's true. Obviously made that Cold Stare fight a lot easier, and you can just spam him. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Got lucky with Dark World Death Mountain having that.
But yeah, all in all, it was very interesting. That is for sure. We were really hoping that something would have been like the only thing that could have gotten Baker back into this race is if like the cane was on, like I believe King's Tomb is a thing you didn't check.
That's true. Didn't do bonk rocks till I was going to the tree, and I just did that because I thought, well, Butter Sword or Red Mail might be in there, and it's right there.
Instead, you got Validation Arrow.
So hey, worked out in the end.
Yeah, Baker did find the Butter Sword.
Yeah. So
it was in Meyer. It was in Meyer Vanilla Big Key.
Okay, well, which of course that was an amazing go mode big key to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, first chest, big chi. Oh man.
Yeah, and if I had any inkling of the first clue how to hover, that would have been the time to do it, but obviously don't. So
hovering is very difficult. Do you play on an emulator or a SD2 card?
So yeah, not a chance in addition to not having the skill.
Yeah, I don't think it even saves you a lot of time in the long run, given you know there's a small key under that skull.
Well, right. It's a quick walk around, but it's 20, 25 seconds. And I mean, if you fall, you're in the door. But yeah, it's not something I've ever attempted, so I wasn't about to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a swag strat, if anything.
Yeah, the routing seemed pretty solid for you that seed. Although we weren't sure if you forgot about the boots when you went into Thieves Town before you went back for them, or if that was just your own decision that you're like, okay, I know where boots are, but I'd rather just do Thieves Town, get it over with, and then do boots.
Right, I was thinking about you guys as I was deciding to do it that way, because I thought, well, yes, I do know where they are, but if I do this in one big loop, I'll just get taken over there anyway, and I can check a lot of things on the way. So I figured the time I lost not having boots in Thieves Town, partly offset by having the hook shot.
Yeah.
Just come around and not have to keep screen transitioning, not have to keep transitioning like we're in Dark World.
Death on Baker there.
Yeah, I believe that's the second death that Baker's had in Ice Palace. Yeah. And he's had no more of it. Which is too bad, because that is exactly where he needs to be to find the cane.
Yeah.
As we know. But in any event, yeah, I did consider. Yeah, but ultimately I decided based on where I was that it made more sense to just route around to it and stay in the Dark World. So that's what I did.
Fair enough. Baker doing Skull Woods.
Yeah, it looks like Baker's making the Skull Wood play.
There's a lot of things you could be doing here, because you could also be doing the frog chain of items, because that's fully unlocked as well. And I think that's what we're getting.
Maybe we'll find the magic cape, because that's the only thing that's missing.
Yeah.
And the riot shield.
I wonder if that's on like Laser Bridge or something. Or in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Pretty fast big key for you there.
Too bad. And made the sub 150, which with a seed like this, I'm pretty happy with. Made that possible, so.
Well, and the light Titan's Mitts helped direct you a lot there, because basically you got Titan's Mitts, and then we're basically in go mode thanks to going to eat the Dark Death Mountain immediately. Basically, the Lumberjack Cave Quake probably actually helped you do the seed faster.
I think you're right about that. It was like, okay, I've got that info, and since I'm Fire Rod, yeah, you're right. I mean, once that cane was out there, it was like, well, okay, we're all set. Know exactly everything I need to do. So, pretty long go mode, especially by V26 standards.
Yeah. Well, let's see what our breadsmiths have today.
Yeah, that was a very interesting location for the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, I certainly wasn't expecting it. And even though, I mean, as we know, the dungeons tend to hold a lot of the required items, yeah, that was a pleasant surprise, let's put it that way.
I believe we had to go into all 3 pendant dungeons, because that's normal.
Right.
Did we have to go into pod?
I guess we didn't have to go into pod.
It had tempered, but aside from that, I don't think it was necessary.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything else in there.
Forced. I realized that when I set foot in Thieves Town, that was the 3rd pendant dungeon in a row, actually. Even if V26 often makes you do 2 or 3, it doesn't usually end up that they're just all in sequence like that. So that was
Yeah.
kind of strange.
Although Skullwoods is an odd entity in itself by virtue of the fact that the front of the dungeon doesn't feel like a dungeon so much as it does a couple caves.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, Skullwoods is essentially an overworld location for most people.
It really becomes that, especially when it's a pendant. You feel so much better about going there without the fire rod. So that's why that was a no-brainer for me. And yeah, paid off at the flippers, obviously.
And unfortunately, who42baker did a lot before he went there as well. Like he started his Dark World at Kakariko, but just went down into Village of Outcasts and such first. Came back for Skullwoods much later.
I think he actually did a full loop. I think he went south from Village of Outcasts and then around north to Catfish and then went all the way and then went up over to Skullwoods.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason not to do that. It's just that when I saw Pendant Skullwoods, I'm like, okay, that's an obvious one because I don't need to beat this in all likelihood. So
you already had something a little weird there. I feel like I remember. You had once where you started going. Oh, never mind. I think I'm just thinking of you thinking you had the flippers and then realizing you didn't.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So instead, just decided to kind of abort that. I mean, it's funny because flippering to see the boots. So it's like, got it. I'll just go grab those. And oh yeah, whoops. No, I can't do that. So yeah, that one was just kind of out there, I guess.
What? I guess did you save and quit from Pod or something like that?
Yes, which I thought about it and I thought maybe I should have just walked out.
Yeah, and I think we might have made a comment on the same. We're like, we don't really know which one's faster.
Yeah,
maybe he could have walked out and gone that way, or
is annoying. But it might have been quicker because you've got to start at your house and then obviously Dark World transition and everything else. So it probably was a little bit faster if I had just walked out.
But I don't have the information to say either way either.
Yeah, but I thinking about it, which I did, I felt like that was a waste of time. So you're probably right.
So Baker finally hit the Ice Palace bomb jump. First try on his third go through.
Nailed that one.
Finally going to be able to go get his Cane of Samaria and be like, well,
fight for it anyways.
Yeah, fight for the cane. Yeah, fight for his right to have the cane.
Got 2 blue potions I thought I saw in his inventory.
He probably went dropped by the witch.
All right.
But in the last time I did casting, I had to drop off someone who was stuck in Ice Palace because they were just having not a good time here. So hopefully we'll at least get to see this one to the finish.
Yeah, that would be good. I'm sure he wants to finish this just as much as we want to see him finish.
It's never good to have to forfeit a race. Or not necessarily just forfeit, just not be able to finish it on the stream because it goes a little long.
Yeah. Nice. One. Oh, you only got one of the eyes. Safety.
Oh man, I'm behind you guys obviously, but wow, that was cheap by the game. Come on, it should have been all 3 of them. Spam them.
I feel like just slashing Butter Sword is just as good there when you're in melee range, but hey, got it done. He got a Cane of Samaria.
Right.
He's in official go mode. Straight up go mode. He's already got Quake.
Grabbed that already. When did he do that? Bagging him.
He did it about the same time routing wise that you did.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then he immediately went and got Quake off of the thing.
Only difference was he did a lot more of he did a little bit more overworld unlocked by the Titans Myths and Sus before he jumped up there, but pretty much.
Rush, and I didn't quite route it right because I always forget when I've beaten Aghanim 1 and I'm going to restart on the pyramids. And so I was thinking I had it perfect, and then restarted on the pyramid and instead mirrored and fluted to 5, to do Eastern, and then from there save and quit, and then you can start at the Sanctuary.
Yeah.
So, but hey, whatever.
That was the one other thing we discussed was like we were talking about what's potentially the value of delaying your Aghanim. So even though you know it's required, what's the value of potentially delaying it so that you don't upgrade the overworld enemies?
True. That was a
But
consideration.
it's such a small, and I feel like it's such a small difference. But
no, I think the main difference is starting on the pyramid if you save and quit from Dark World.
Yeah.
Big thing, and then I would say the overworld enemies. I mean, they can be a real pain to change. The red soldiers like to notice you a lot faster. So if you're not basically dashing through the overworld perfectly, you can end up getting trolled by them. Waited, it had basically no effect. So
I was about to say, with what dungeon you still had to do, it basically didn't matter. And that was probably the biggest difference there, was like, oh yeah, I'm going to fly to 8 and go into Ice Path, or well, not at 8, but like I'm going to fly to these couple places. I'm going to fly to Mire and do Mire. I'm going to fly to Skull. I'm going to fly to Kakariko, dash past one guard, and go into the Dark World. You have to go to Eastern again. That's a little bit different.
A little bit, but starting from 5, you just go and do the spin dash, and
yeah,
you're in the dungeon. So it wasn't bad at all.
Getting trolled by the spike there a little bit. Couldn't quite get quick strat.
Me as well.
Oh, is that bomb gonna do it? Nope. Second try.
That was the first try. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, of course, yes.
He was putting that one down for the Skull Kid.
Gotta get mad at those stealth hosts. What's he going to use here? Going the long way around, or have this? Going the long way around.
When you're only at 2 hearts, it's probably correct to go the long way around.
Probably the correct thing to go the long way around.
Yeah, good call.
Especially given his not perfect familiarity with the game as far as we can tell.
Just quick kill this.
Oh no!
Oh, eesh. The eyeballs.
Oh.
I keep forgetting you're just a little bit behind us, Justin.
Yeah, that's all right.
Don't mean to spoil it for you, but
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah, so one more time through the dungeon.
This is one of the worst bosses to die on because you have to go through all of this garbage.
Mothula is the only one that I would consider on a similar scale, and that's because if you run it, well, Mothula and Cold Stare, both for the same region, you can run out of magic and be locked out of doing anything in their dungeon.
No. The worst one to die at is Aghanim 2.
True.
Certainly brutal. But yeah, Mothula, you end up like getting wall mastered about 3 times after you collect all those little small magic jars, to just keep building up your magic power to even have enough.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then if you have regular magic and you fire rotted Cold Stare, well, you're out of magic now. Have fun killing the first enemy.
Yep, absolutely.
That is accurate.
If you have the shovel, you can go outside and dig a little bit.
Like, the reason that I think Agatu is probably the worst, because you're like, I'm so close to the end of this game, and then, I have to do another 5-minute climb of G Tower.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, just wanted to say thanks for covering the match and for restreaming. Who's our tracker today?
I believe we have... who do we have on tracking? Let's see. I think we have Jacobs for Life.
Jacobs for Life, right?
Yep. Felix is restreaming. Yeah, he really is a troublemaker. And thank you very much for running, Justin. It was definitely a good show.
It was my pleasure. It's really great. Thanks to all the secondary tournament mods and organizers. This is a lot of fun, and it's really nice that they gave us the opportunity to do this. So much appreciation for them.
And if you haven't gotten enough randomizer action, like there is always more going on pretty much all evening and quite a bit during the day. It's almost 7 days a week between the main and the secondary.
That includes, I believe, there is another run that just started on Randomizer Mania 2 just at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, that is between Mal and Fricker22.
Yep. They are 17 minutes in right now. So, if you want to either double stream it or just... or if you're looking for a new fresh race.
Yeah, if you're looking for a brand new fresh race, we have one starting in about 15 minutes on Speed Gaming between Killer App and TGH. That's a main tournament race.
That'd be a main tournament one? Yep.
Basically, is the moral of the story.
Yeah, if you think you can get enough randomizer, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Off to the mountain.
Well, that's right. He didn't have to go do Armos because he went and did that already when he was in pod.
Yeah. Yeah, for a second I'm like, he has a chance. And it's like, oh, right. He's supposed to do all of Egg in M1 before he can go anywhere.
Yep.
Interesting he's going this route. I don't really know the time difference between going up, climbing this way versus climbing the way that everyone else does. I just sort of trust that the normal way going across the hookshot bridge is faster.
I think the hookshot bridge is slightly faster, but I think you're more likely to get trolled by dead rocks. So this is more consistent.
That's the trade-off, yes. I need to utilize some bathroom strats after this race, so
sounds like a deal. You
right.
Ducking out for now then?
Yeah, I think so.
Until next time.
Appreciate it. GG.
See everyone. Justin
GG,
Z.
Justin.
GG.
And speaking of dead rock trolls, yeah, Ender, I think spin speed makes that way about the same, but once again, like it's very close.
And you also need to nail it. Like you could jump over a ledge the wrong way very easy with spin speed.
But this was definitely an interesting race. Justin had the advantage through most of it, but I still think that Baker had a shot.
Yeah. The interesting thing was that I actually called did I actually say all Light World dungeons, or was that just in my head? I'm not sure if I called all Light World dungeons, but it's one of these things that's happened a lot to me recently that I definitely was thinking about. Like in terms of like before you even go Dark World.
Oh, dipping into all of them?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know if you did. I think you called like that. I think you said that you hoped they were all crystals. In general, having all the light worlds be crystals makes for much easier seed.
Yeah. No, so like the first time it happened to me, it was actually qualifier 3, I think, for this tourney. Qualifier 3 for this tourney ended up having a oh, you missed it. You can do it. You can do it, Baker.
Nope. He's got to go back around.
Will that have delayed long enough, Baker? I don't think it will. But I'll hope for your sake that it did.
Nope. Oh. This room is unforgiving.
Not again.
Not like this.
Okay, we did it. Did we get off fast enough? Actually, I think you can literally just ride it back and fast enough. Maybe. Nope.
Oh!
Nope.
So close.
What?
The frustration slashes bombing
Time
the
to grab
door.
the full magic, probably.
Yeah, for a second there, he forgot there was a full magic there. It's like, oh yeah.
I think he thought it was on the other side of the door. Hey, there's
There we go.
the vanilla.
First try. First try.
First try every time. First time in the room. Not having a lot of fun with those either.
I was really worried that he was going to take a death there.
But no, I had to see qualifier 3 had like I can't even remember what it had like mirror and Eastern into Look in Tower of Hera into Power Gloves in Desert.
Yeah, that was Sunday, right?
No, like qualifier 3, like
Yeah, the Sunday qualifier.
oh yes. Yeah, the one that was actually the open race, yes.
Yeah, I was actually only able to make one of the qualifier races, and luckily it's one that I did well enough in to qualify. Never mind, I don't want to talk about how I'm actually doing in the main tournament, but I qualified at least.
Better than I can say. I'm the only win I've got so far is my opponent left the tournament. So, you know.
That's one more win than I have.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a fairy.
We've got the powder now. Now I think he's probably going to be fine. Because these dungeons at the end of the game have so many anti-fairies to powder.
Yeah, it almost feels like on the casual, the game's trying to give you the powder by this point because of safety that it provides. Like, I've gotten it here, I've got it in Turtle Rock so many times that it feels like the game's like, yeah, we want you to have the powder, we want you to have access to powder for the end of the game. I doubt that's actually what the logic's doing, but it sure as heck feels like it sometimes.
When he gets the first powder, all 4 fairies, that both of our runners did that.
Yep.
That is not a very easy trick to pull off.
Oh no! Bunnied. Okay, got it this time. Take our key and keep going. Go outside and go do the
He's gonna check Mimic Cave to, increase his screen time.
Yes, obviously.
But once again, huge props on Baker for finishing this out. Like, seeing that dot done and knowing you're 20 minutes out from finishing the game it can be really disheartening to just kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
Especially after that, especially when you started having that hard time in Ice Palace. Like, sometimes it's one thing if you were just having a tough time in the first place, or if you were just trucking along, you were just slower. But when you start just having that 3 consecutive deaths or whatever it was,
I think it was 2 deaths. Yeah, I think it was 2 deaths, and then one I think one of them was intentional to reset a bomb jump. having some difficulties navigating the platform.
No, okay, he's just taking. Well, we're okay.
There we go.
We're okay. Remember the one time I came in here and then forgot that I had to hit it multiple times because I'd already been through here once? We're getting a magic refill.
Get a couple of hearts.
Probably not fully necessary, but safety is safety.
I don't know. The hearts are probably useful because I think Baker's a newer runner, so having extra health is definitely useful.
Oh, he's going to do laser bridge. Either he forgot that he has this key. Oh, he's just opening the door. Never mind.
He's being safe.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Like Butter Sword and Half Magic, this should be a fairly simple Trinex, but sometimes the unforeseen happens.
Yeah. And apparently everything we talk about is the will be the death of Ender ZX's tournament hopes. Sorry, Ender ZX. We're at full health. Fortunately, that means we have sword beams, and that makes that a little bit easier.
Unfortunately, that means we have sword beams, which means we aren't going to necessarily do as much damage to Trinex.
Do sword beams hit Trinex?
I don't know, but I hope not.
Well, we're not getting a zero cycle, but that's not surprising. Not sure that Baker knew that was only 3 hits. Or if he just forgot that you can't switch rods in between while one head's dying. Could have definitely been either. Oh, okay, he did get it. I thought I heard the hit.
Yep, just the 2 cycle. 2 cycles fine.
Cycles is perfect, fine. Let's see if we can get the quick kill here. Looks good, looks good. One more. Nice.
Perfect.
Well, that was Sankheart. I didn't even realize.
I didn't even notice that was Sankheart either. What a waste of Sankheart. Wait, are you seeing that? He's got like a half a heart full there?
It's just freezing mid.
Freezing mid refill. There it goes. Now, it'll be interesting how he routes GT. If he does conventional routing and just goes left side first, it'll be probably the second to last or third to last chest he checks.
Yep.
But obviously he doesn't know that.
Yeah. And the other advantage about being a newer runner is he's also probably using strats. The one thing there. People that have been around for a while that have made up their own strats that are the ones that you never know what they're gonna do.
I like the one. There was a main tourney race in round 1. SM Bai versus Andy. He went straight. The first room he checked was the randomizer room.
Okay.
He made a bunch of weird plays in that. Because he figured there's no way he's going to beat Andy on either routing or execution.
Yeah.
So he just has to make some crazy plays and hope they pay off. And as it was a very close race because of those plays he made.
Yeah. Are we just getting health back, or are we actually doing tile room? I think we're actually doing tile room.
I like this play because if it ever is tile room and you do it first, you get such a huge advantage. I mean, 90% of the time it loses you a bunch of time, but 1 in 22.
Oh no, wall mastered!
Oh, wall mastered.
Does this mean he goes left? It does mean he goes left.
Delay. He's just trying to get some more screen time. Get some more.
Yeah.
because he knows. It's,
Look at
he
that
doesn't
small
know
key.
what
Look
it
how
is.
fast you could have got that small key by just walking down those stairs. Didn't need to kill the mini Halmasaurs. What did they ever do to him?
He
Like,
doesn't
sure,
like
they tried to kill him, but that's not the point.
I mean, I don't really like many Helmosaurs either, but I usually just stun them.
And arrows.
I would definitely kill Bob for a small key. Just saying.
Jeez. Speaking of Bob versus small keys, has anyone seen that key? Taking a look at that set of clips that where everyone had to try to find a small key to actually ascend the tower. There's a race where like they probably spent another 5 to 10 minutes where they were trying to find a key so that they could actually progress the tower.
No, I don't. I haven't seen that.
It's a 3-part clip in the tournament folder. It's a good one.
There are a lot of very good clips from this tournament.
I've got one clip in there, not of me, but by me.
I submitted one clip. I submitted in the middle of a race. Like, it was a very close race, except for one of the runners went to go visit the people in the front of the tavern.
It wasn't actually cross product, was it?
No, well, cross product was part of that race. It was a 4-way.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it wasn't actually cross product. But on the screen when he was doing it, he put, "This is for cross product."
Oh, I think I did see that clip at that point.
Like, and I think that race would have been very close. Like, I think that race ended, I think it was like a minute difference. Or 2 minutes. So who knows? He could have made up that time. We still haven't found the cape. I want to find the cape in here.
Not a lot of locations left in the game at this point.
I know. That's why I want to see the cape. Well, we're going to go check Ice Armos. This is more area of the game that we have not seen this run.
Gonna try to get the boots clip. Got it.
First try. That was actually first try.
Yes.
Because you only get one shot at that.
Well, if you take more than one shot at it, you may as well just gone through the portal in the first place. Although I did find out when I was watching, I believe it was Almegas one time, that apparently you can also get hit by the enemies there. They will come over and bonk you across the warp point as well.
Yep. Ah, that's a travesty. He turned Bob into food and then ate him.
Could have bottled him, but nope. Had to eat him.
Couldn't bottle him.
Does he have the net? He doesn't have the net, yeah.
Net. I can't remember where the net was, but he does not have it.
Was it in the room as well?
Yeah, it was in right side room as well. That's right.
Nice health refill.
There's
and
the cave. Okay.
We're not mirroring out. We're gonna... I don't even know. I guess we're just gonna walk up.
Mirrors are overrated.
Yeah. If he actually keys through the middle door, he'll still need to kill the mini Halmasaur, probably. Alright, there's this key here too, forgot about this one. Nope, we're just walking.
Taking a hike. So this will move after this race is recorded. This will move Justin Z to 2-0 in his bracket, and Baker to 0-2.
Sets up one heck of a end to their group as well.
Like, this group is still up for grabs, though. It's like nobody has a solid, like, there's no 3-0. Like, Justin is the only person who could possibly be 3-0 after his match tomorrow.
Justin still has to face Ender, so
that's why he's saying that it'll be his the end of him. The ender of him. No, didn't think so.
No. Oh, he got the tower room this time. Okay. Zane still has to Baker as well. Okay. You never know, Ender. You might be able to get that win and make it a 3-way tie, and who knows what they'll even do. I don't actually know. If they said what the is the points tiebreaker related in the first place?
I don't think so. I think in a 3-way tie they have a race off.
Yeah, that was an interesting room you had there, Justin. You sort of had to kill all the Gibdos in the long run.
And the bug net.
Going to get the last key. As we can? No? Yes. Yes, we are. And then we're still going, because
why aren't we mirroring? There's nothing else here. He's gotten them all.
We're getting the big chest, boys.
Big chest can be $20, right? Maybe a heart piece.
Riot Shield?
Not Riot Shield, yep. Nope, heart piece.
Got Riot Shield there once. Good time.
I like it when it's red mail. Vanilla.
Oh, is that's with vanilla in there? Okay.
Yeah, it's red mail.
So considering I've never actually beaten the game vanilla.
I learned that when I was debating trying to learn the NMG route, because it's one of the it's the easiest safety to get because it's pretty much right on the way.
Yeah. Having some mimic problems here. Should work fine.
There we go.
I have a feeling we're going to see a stop at the fairy room.
And Ender, I think it actually is a lot of people, or like the people who are playing the randomizer haven't played vanilla since they were kids. A lot of them are a little older. And by older, I mean like.
I think you might want to try that again, Baker. Yeah, there we go. On top of that, the only version I played was the GBA version. Well, I got stuck in Swamp Palace because I didn't know how to swim. If I remember correctly. By the way, my little piece of trivia there, that fairy room is the one piece of proof that we have that the game intends you to bonks to get over things.
Yeah, that's the only time that the only way you can get there is by bonking, isn't it? Or bomb
Yep.
jump. I think you can bomb jump it too.
I'm sure you can. It'd probably be a really easy bomb jump, but how often would that really be the worthwhile thing to do?
I like the Bombo strats in here, so you don't have to worry about chasing these dang horse heads all over the place.
Yeah. I don't mind the blue ones when I have tempered or above, because it just means I just hold out my sword and run into them.
I mean, it does use a decent amount of magic, though, but he has half magic, so it should be fine.
Yeah, he's got half magic, and here too? Looks like it. Quite. That works.
That's not the one he intended on hitting, but it worked.
Should have probably released the spin. It would have worked even better, but that also was not the intended target of the first sword swing.
Doesn't matter. Hit Lamo.
His first lane Mola is just like using his brothers as a shield.
The meat shields are real.
I realized over my time that they're probably actually called Lanmolas, and I always say Lanmolas. It's like it's a plural of Lanmola, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I just call him Lanmo. Actually, I don't know. I don't really pay that much attention.
There's the slow fast. Oh, he missed the top one. How'd that happen? He still missed the top. What?
It hit the spike. The first one hit the spike. The second one, he
okay.
released it too early.
Hold your sword there. It'll kill him.
No. Frustration slashes are more entertaining.
Yes.
God dang it! Why won't you die?
The 4-cycle Wizrobe that just wouldn't die.
1 cycle per Wizrobe. Yeah.
2101.
Average 1 cycle per Wizrobe.
Average 1 cycle per Wizrobe. You're not wrong. Okay, we're not going to get any glitch here by the sounds of it. That's good.
Oh, the very first seed I ever did, I accidentally despawned GT.
Nice piece of heart. That's where the shovel is. You need that key. You need the key.
Why is he leaving the key behind? Uh-oh.
That's not going to, like, despawn the key or anything, is it? It'll just be right back, I hope?
No, it should still be there.
That's not going to work. There you go. Now... Did he open this chest? Did Justin open this chest? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Come on, small key. Darn.
Nope. $20.
Actually, I guess we know where all the small keys are, don't we? And there we go. Don't mirror.
Realization. Nope. I thought he was going to pull out the mirror there. Yep, key's just sitting there. I don't think that's where he killed the Helmosaur. But, the key's still there. That's what matters. I don't remember where. Red Mail was in King's Tomb.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on now, if you're in second place when you get to the validation chest, you should do something funky to it.
He almost pulled off my strat there. I've got this weird timing where I can hookshot there to make the first Helmosaur miss, then dash right up the middle.
Huh.
He'll slash the big key door instead.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I can get behind that.
And now we get to see all the amazing setups that we have for these
Oh,
Aghanim's. The best setups. Wouldn't you agree, Justin? Weren't these all the best setups you could have ever asked for? Just the best.
ugh.
And we've got a bomb. We have a bomb. Oh, a nice double.
You should throw the bomb at Heka too. Drop the bomb, pick it up, throw the bomb at him, see if it hits. See if it does anything. Bomb him now. Bomb him. Yeah.
Kill the bat. Damn.
The bombs are like fireworks. He was celebrating.
I'm not quite sure if this game knows what Ganon is. Like, bat. He's a
I
pig.
don't know. Yeah, he's a thing.
We're getting a fairy, I imagine. We're getting anything other than a fairy. We're
He's
getting hit by
getting hit by a trident.
Got a fairy and back up we go. Nope. Yes. Yes. Maybe?
You can't. Oh, the shovel dash. Personally, I like the Cane of Burnistrat dash. I do that in a T-Rock all the time, going after the fire room.
Yeah. So we got 1 hit, 2 hit, 3, 4, 5. One more. 6. Okay, got the important one. 1. Think 2. I'm not sure how many of those counted.
I'm not sure how many of those counted either. I usually just swing until he's dead. Just kill the bastard.
Pretty sure that's 4. So we're waiting for another one here. I'm saying that's 6.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Hope so. So he's going top left, was it? Oh. Yeah, oh no, that was only 5.
No, that was not enough. We have the 3-cycle Ganon phase 2.
I'm not going to say I'm surprised because I was very iffy on if he actually got that. Uh-oh. We don't have a fairy in bottle, do we?
Do you have a potion? No, I don't think so. He might. No, he doesn't have a fairy, I don't think. Ooh.
Fair, and it's not the costliest death in the world. Oh, we're going for potions.
Oh, I thought he still had some potions left over.
I think he forgot that he spawned here. Yeah, he's going for something anyways. Not quite.
A little bit lower.
Not quite. Mirror bonked. No, the annoying part of
potions is fine.
The slightly annoying part about that is the fact that he can't get back in there. But then it being said, it doesn't really change anything. Spawning basically where he wants to be. Just means that climbing down the tower was not helpful. Oh, he didn't have any potions.
Oh, a refill there. Yep.
And I'm not surprised because he did use a lot of potions on his way up because he used at least 1, if not 2, in Turtle Rock. He used at least 1 in Ice Palace as well, so... Nice bird catch. And now we're going to get trolled all the way back. Oh no, we're good. Transportation by Swag Dash is the only way to get around. By Shovel Dash. Going for speed? No. We just getting the hookshot out, so we're ready to start the fight.
Getting ready to go.
Well, as we're winding down once again, I want to thank everyone for coming to watch here. Our second tournament action. Quick reminder, as mentioned before, we do have currently a race that's nearing the hour mark on Randomizer 2 for the secondary tournament. And it looks like there's actually 2 races going on in Speed Gaming's 1 Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 at the moment.
I'm guessing the race on Speed Gaming 2 is about to wrap up, as that one started an hour and 40.
Yeah, that was an hour and 10 in right now.
Oh, really? They must have a delay then.
And then you've got, on Speed Gaming on Speed Gaming 1, we've got TGH and Killer App at 8 minutes in.
Oh no! And Baker takes a fall.
Definitely lots more action if you want to see some more action tonight. Also at 9 o'clock, looks like we've got another race on both Randomizer Mania and Randomizer Mania 2. So on Randomizer Mania, so on this channel we have I Have No Name and Sailor Jade. On Randomizer Mania 2, we'll have Adirondack Rick and D-Spag. So all sorts of action still to come.
Okay, we're into phase 3 again. Hopefully we don't get any more Ganon hugs. I mean, I know that the guy just wants some love, but stop hugging us. We don't want your love.
Oh, that was nice.
I don't even remember where the silver arrows were.
They were on... Where was it? It was Zora.
Oh, that's right. $500 for silver arrows. Oh, no. Oh, that was close. Thought I was going to get fire batted off.
Oh. That's not the best place to be right now. Okay, we're fine.
The clenching.
Double.
Nice double. Nice double. Okay.
Don't fall off now.
GG to who42baker.
And
Has
double arrow
finished
dash.
with
Arrow dash.
Yeah, the arrow dash. He has finished with a official SRL time of 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 57 seconds.
Just cutting the 1 hour mark after Justin.
I'm just kind of sad we didn't get to see Justin's bonk counters. Because he
we still get to see Maltzer's homecoming.
Schmaltziers. I don't know. That's what I'm going with.
Maltzier. Let's see. Shall we ask him if he wants to come in? I don't think. Are we all good here to go for a little? Who's our?
Felix, I think. Yeah, Felix, our Easter, said we're good to go for a couple minutes.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, Profsit. It's always fun to cast. Like, I'm still kind of getting the hang of it, but it's definitely fun. Fun way to spend a Tuesday afternoon.
So yeah, I think we're gonna get who42baker in here, and hello there, who42baker.
Hello.
GG.
Thank you, GG to Justin. Finishing that almost an hour before me.
Yep.
Just under an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him finish, and I just kind of started messing around.
And Ice Palace was not treating you well at the time either.
No, I kept having trouble with that darn bomb jump.
That bomb jump is probably the hardest one in the game, because it's so weird that you can bomb jump at that 45-degree angle.
Well, it's not the hardest one in the game, but the hardest one that we would use regularly in the random, though. Because hammer jump is definitely the hardest.
Oh yeah, because that's just the timing is so weird.
Yeah. But no, definitely up there.
Yeah, that was rough. And then when I got to where I finished all the chests, I thought, crap, I don't know how to finish this the vanilla way without the cane.
Yeah, and then fortunately or unfortunately, you died, and then eventually you did get the bomb jump. Aside from that, how'd you feel about the seed in general?
I thought it was all right.
Good. Yeah, you synced up with Justin a couple times, so Justin definitely did come out to an early lead. But there was a couple times due to how the seed worked. So, for instance, you both went to Tower of Hera at the same time. He'd already gone to Desert at the time, but you both went to Hera at the same time.
Really. But when I saw his dot done, I thought, wow, he must have gotten ahead of me quite a while ago.
Yeah, it was... There was definitely some points where, like, oh, you had a lot of routing divergences. He went... well, actually, right at the start, you started in the house, but then you quickly... You started the swamp. And that unfortunately hurt right off the bat because of how early Flute was.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. And when I saw Quake, I thought, oh no, Aghanim's going to be required. And then I thought, maybe not. And then when I saw Turtle Rock, I was like, crap, how early did he do this?
Yeah, well, and so the big thing was that, of course, he had... I think one of the bigger things there was that he did end up getting to Skull Woods before you, as well as he already knew where the boots were. I'm not sure. Did you know where the boots were before you did the Hylia Island?
No, I totally forgot to check that when I was running around. So I thought, I saw the little blip on my tracker, and I thought, oh, I can check that on my way out of Swamp, and I don't know what it is, but hopefully it's good.
Because I don't think we really saw too much of a reaction specifically when you got it.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, cool. I gotta get going now.
Gotta go fast.
But I got to Gain's Tower and thought, may as well full clear this. Nobody ever does that. I'm not winning anyway.
Yeah, when you found the big key, we're like, where's he going?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, he's going to get the big key chest.
Yeah, nobody ever gets it. It's always mirror out, run up towards Gauntlet. So I thought, why not?
Oh, here scrolls by the stats. And of course, Justin ended up finding the cane before he did Meyer, so that always helps.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that it was in Meyer and started running through it. And when I found Butter, I'm like, oh no, it's not here.
Yeah. And all those item locations. 26 out of 27. Oh, you never got the small key on the torch.
Yeah, I left it, and then I forgot to grab the Helmasaur key at first. That's what it was.
I'm like, what item location did you not do? And I'm like, all right, that one.
Let Bob live, I guess.
55 bonk. Very, very nicely done.
Jacob's guessing 27. Wow.
Not even close.
Thanks for thinking I'm so good at this game. Well, I'm gonna get going.
All right, sounds good.
Get something to drink.
Sure, have a good night.
Nature. Have a good one. Peace.
Anyways, one final sign off there. Thanks everyone for watching. That was the group. Was it L?
I believe it was Group L.
L. One of the Group L secondary tournament races between Justin Zed and who42baker. Hope everyone had a great time. Hope everyone follows our racers once again. Surfers the Grand. Co-casting with me was Lavin Firestorm. I don't know where the emphasis is on that first word there.
However you want to run with it.
Signing out, though. Everyone have a good night.
Have a good one, guys.